Good morning, children. I am currently texting back and forth with my BFF who's in a thrift store and has come across a cache of yarn. Sending me pictures. I'm telling her which one I want. Isn't that sweet of her? That sounds like something Ari would do. Turn this music and hear myself think. Ah, there we are, Ronald. Jumping back into the puzzle. Shouldn't you be at work since you were gone all last week? There we go. Setting for the children's book Make Way for Ducklings. I don't think I ever read that book. I think I've seen it referenced, but I don't remember reading it to my children. Maybe my number one child can remind me if I actually read that to my children. But I don't remember reading that to my children. Yeah, this puzzle was labeled as easy, and so far it's living up to its name. What's this?
Hello.
Hello.
Ronald says, I am at work. Thank you very much. Why are you always trying to send me away? Why are you always trying to get away to Ronald?
I'm not, but I don't want him to get in trouble. He was gone at a conference all last week. Yes, she's still sending me pictures.
Who's sending what?
Your Aunt Terry is at a thrift store and has run across a stash of yarn, and she's sending me
Ooh.
pictures. Do you want this? There's three balls of this. Do you
That's,
want?
yeah, that's what Ari and Tyler do.
That's what I said. It sounds like something Ari would do. Let's see. Completion time. Ronald beat me in this, I think, because I got distracted by the yarn.
14 minutes.
Mm. I'm trying to finish my banana before we see. He beat me just barely.
Ooh, so close.
So close. Okay, give me 2 seconds because she's sending me another picture. Lord Jesus.
Now that you have the headset on, your fan wasn't picking up before, but now that you have the headset on, the fan is picking up in the microphone.
Okay. Okay. So what? You want me to take the headset off? Is what you're saying?
No, you don't have to. I'm just letting you know that this is the thing that's happening. What is on this
This is
microphone?
a thing that's happening, huh?
I'm not even using this microphone. I should be using the other one. Which microphone is it using? Yeah, it's using my nice microphone, so I could really just get that out of here. I'm gonna try to do something with my hair. I did that little Bantu knot out before, and it looked okay, but I had some spray like gel to try to make it look nice. But now my hair just feels like scraggly and thin, like it's not puffing up because of the gel.
What now?
Let me see if spraying it out will make it puff up more. Mother, we do have to start a stream at some point.
I know, but she is texting me.
These are active updates. Boop, 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 boop.
Now she's asking me about needles. I don't need any more needles. I've got plenty of.
What you need is hooks to make up for those ones that you lost.
I've got plenty. I almost got happy because I went in my closet and I saw a bunch of cables. And I was like, oh, maybe this is where I stuck those Tunisian hooks. No, I
It's
forgot.
just the
I
cables.
forgot that I had bought a whole cheap set of um, circulars with long cables
Mm-hmm.
so that I could get some for some a blanket or something I was working on.
I have to be so careful. I keep feeling hairs get caught under my nails, and I really don't want them to pop these off because I won't be able to get them redone for another like week or two.
What, did you go somewhere and get your nails done?
Yeah, I've had these nails for weeks. I went and got acrylics done with my
Got
friend.
got your nails did. Oh, aren't you fancy?
Yeah, back when I thought that we had money, I got my nails done, and then all of a sudden my car is like, "You thought you had money, huh?"
And
And so,
also, all the cool kids are doing their own nails on TikTok. So
nah, I've been there, done that. I would rather have a professional do that. Sorry. I was doing my own nails years ago, and I
this
am
is
done
true.
with
But
it.
I mean, they're doing their own press-ons now. So
Yeah,
I still want to try press-ons, but I'm scared to do it by myself.
it's not that bad.
I'm scared I'm going to do it, and as soon as I put them on, they will immediately pop off.
You have to do the I like the Kiss nail glue, the liquid little bottle Kiss nail glue, which you might have to get Isaac or somebody to help you because that bottle is hard to squeeze. I have like no hand. I could not grip it, but you need to rough up your fingernail with a nail file, and then rough up the inside of the actual press on nail with a nail file so so the glue has something grippy to grip onto. Brush away all of the excess dust. Make sure you use alcohol to get rid of any oils, and then you put it on.
This does not sound like something I can do in bed.
Not in bed, no. I mean, I did mine at my desk, and those nails lasted me. I tied balloons with those nails.
Fancy. Okay, I think she is done texting me.
Ronald said, "Worst part, I just made my sixth magic ring as part of as part of this project." That's what happens when you're out here making amigurumis, Ronald. Magic ring is my girl. I know how to make a magic ring. I will make magic rings day in
I've
and day
never
out.
understood why people found them so difficult, but we shall move on to that later. Are you going to count me down? Hello, everyone, and welcome to this steamy Wednesday morning episode of the Conversation Chair in this 98-degree weather.
Ooh, you got
I
98?
am your presenter. Well, it's not 98 yet, but it's gonna be because it was 98 yesterday. Um, I am your presenter, Danny, the lethargic lass, although not quite as lethargic as usual today. And looking at the weather, it's 88 right now, but it's
Mm.
supposed to be a high of 92 today. So that's why all the fans are going. And here with me is my wee bairn, my little itty bitty baby, and my co presenter.
Artemis, the high of 86, low of 70, Faye.
And if you don't know what we do here, we really just chat, chitty chat, mostly about crafts first because that's what people subscribe to this channel for originally. But we also talk about other stuff. We are here to be your audio ambiance, your background sound. We are here to keep you company while you are doing the laundry, washing the dishes, taking care of all those little children, and trying to get over the fact that you have been forced into a marriage with a man that you love, but you know that he never wanted to get married. So you fear that he is going to come to resent you. But secretly, what you do not realize, I am the all seeing reader. And I'm here to tell you, girlie, he loves you too. He just can't get over himself quite yet, but he's almost there. And that's not my real life.
I was wondering. I
Because
was
my
curious.
man loves me. That's not my real life. I'm feeling a little sassy this morning.
You are. You
I
are
don't know
so
where
sassy, and I
all
am
this is
so
coming
tired.
from. I don't know where this is coming from.
Did you sleep
But
well last night?
no, but it is so hot, and I am so sassy. But no, that was not my real life. That is book two of the series I told you about before. The what is it? The Seven Insensible Sisters or whatever. The Regency series I'm reading. This is the second book, Fortuity's Arrangement by Maeve Grayson. It is on Kindle Unlimited.
Ronald says, "Sassy this morning. Try always."
I am never sassy, Ronald. So what are we eating and drinking this morning?
Eating nothing. I have leftover Asian food in the fridge because Wayne got us Asian food last night. I just ate my egg rolls and I'm gonna eat my rice and stuff today.
Well,
But
as
I got
you
orange
saw, I
pumpkin
was just eating a banana.
and I'm drinking sugar-free water enhancer.
Well, yeah, I've got my sugar-free water enhancer. I've got blue.
This one is we have a blue raspberry. So the water enhancer itself is sugar free, but we have a blue raspberry like flavoring syrup that Wayne got for something at some point. And
Uh-huh.
so now every once in a while I'll put a little bit of blue raspberry in it. It's
Mhm.
very yummy. But this is the one that we've been using, the Market Pantry sugar free water drink
That
mix.
does not look like a Walmart brand.
No, I'm thinking it's maybe Whole Foods,
Whole
perhaps.
Foods.
We live
Since
right next to a
since
Whole
when
Foods.
do you have whole paycheck
We
money?
no. We did not go to Whole Foods. This was gifted to us by one of Wayne's bosses. She like got it and I think didn't like it. Like didn't like the taste, didn't like the flavors or
Mhm.
whatever. And so gave it to him and I love it because it doesn't
Mhm.
have that like aspartame taste in it. It tastes pretty
Mhm.
good. I wonder what the sugar is. No, there's aspartame in here. But it doesn't you know
Yeah,
how aspartame will
there's
have like a
something. That's why a lot of people swear by the Diet Dr. Pepper because out of the diet sodas, they have managed to put the
the
artificial
least amount
sugar
of
in there. Well, I
yeah.
mean, they put it in there without you. They formulated it in a way that you don't taste it as
Hmm.
much as you do in other
Yeah.
drinks.
So
So,
these are good. This tastes like straight up lemonade, especially if you put it in a bottle. It's very flavorful, very good. I like it. So I recommend the Market Pantry. I think it's Whole Foods. Maybe
I am trying something new because it was on sale at Walmart. A Lala Gold um, yogurt smoothie. I don't usually do the yogurt
mm,
smoothies. I usually eat my yogurt.
mm-hmm,
But this was on sale for like $1.25, and it's 25 grams of protein. So I thought I'd try getting one
mm-hmm.
because I decided that I like doing. I don't do the protein shake type things every day because honestly, I get enough protein. I've been tracking. I told you the
Yeah,
week
you've been tracking your food.
my food, and just doing what I normally do, I hit my the required amount of protein or the recommended amount of protein. I go over it most days
Mm.
by about 5 or 10%. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't have a problem getting protein. It's fiber that I normally have a problem with. But I do like to do these. I've started doing protein type shakes on Wednesdays and Fridays just because it's easier to go down there and grab a shake to hold me over while we are doing this stuff.
Mm. Yeah, I might actually. I don't know. It depends. If Wayne heats up some of my food and brings it in here, I'll eat it. But ooh, what's that face for?
That is tangy.
Tangy. You got some very tangy yogurt. Bad tangy, or you just weren't expecting it tangy?
I'm trying to decide because just when I was about to say no, I don't like it, then it's almost fruit tangy. You know how like when you get strawberries, because this
Mm-hmm.
is strawberry flavor. You know
Yeah,
how like when
strawberries can have a little bit of a zing in there.
yeah, like when you eat strawberry flavored candy, all you get
Mm-hmm.
is sweet, but when you get real strawberries, there's a tangy in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this tastes like.
Okay.
It tastes kind of tangy like a real strawberry.
Well, you know what I'm
And
gonna say, right?
I'm still adjusting to whether I like it or not. No, I
Yeah,
don't.
take another sip.
And
Yeah, take another sip to
also,
see.
it's
Because the first
I,
sip was
I
shock.
I don't think I'm realizing I've probably never done a yogurt smoothie because I expected this to be more liquidy. And man, this is straight
It's
up
thick.
yogurt. I might as well have a spoon because
This is adult Gogurt, is what it is.
they just watered this down just a little bit.
This is adult Gogurt. You remember Gogurt, right? The yogurt that was in the
Yeah.
like tubes
Mhm.
for the kids. This is adult Gogurt. Okay, I'm gonna take my headphones off for just a second so I can fix this ponytail. Oh, actually, I can do this. Look like I'm in Star Wars for
No,
a minute.
I think I can drink this. I think I might try it.
Wade in the chat.
Oh, there's no added sugar. That's why it's real fruit and no added sugar. That's why I'm getting the tangy because I'm
Mm,
used to eating like Activia and all the other ones, YoPlay, where they've got sugar.
extra sugar in there, yeah.
This does not have sugar. Well, hello, Rainbow.
You want
Your
to heat me up some
daddy's red
food?
here.
Oh, my
And
hair is orange.
so yeah, it's not bad, but I think I'm gonna be like, take a sip of water, take a sip
Mm.
of water because it's kind of
I mean, you could always like pour some water in there and shake it up and
let's
just
not
water
do
it down
that.
yourself.
But the it's just more tangy than I expected.
Mm,
So my mouth needs a little bit of a break between sips.
yeah.
But they have other flavors, so I think I might try a different flavor and see if I how I feel about that.
Let us know how it goes. Keep us updated on Yogurt Gate.
Mainly because one of the reasons I like this is because it's cheap and I can get a single bottle,
How
whereas
cheap is
the
cheap?
other
How much is the one bottle?
it was $1.25. So I don't have to
That's cheap.
because the other protein shakes that you can get in a single bottle are like $5 for one protein shake. Or the premier protein shakes are a little bit cheaper, but you have to buy at
A
least
pack.
a 4 pack. And I just want to buy like one or two. I don't want to buy because I like to mix up flavors. I don't want to buy like a whole pack of one flavor.
While we're talking about buying bottles of things, you sent me a message weeks ago that you were being influenced by
Oh no.
Javi. Did you end up buying the Javi?
No, because you know how cheap I am. I'm feeling real influenced by Javi, and then I go as far as going to the site and I see that $27,
Yes.
and I'm like,
It's $27, but the bottle, since it's concentrate,
I know
promises like
I
32
30,
coffees.
yeah, but I'm just like,
Because I also have been getting influenced by Javi because I'm like, I've been going, our store is right across the road from Panera. So I've been using my little coins, digging in my coin purse to get myself a Panera coffee whenever I can't have coffee whenever I forget to make coffee in the morning. I'm like, well, if I just have a Javi, then I can just mix myself an iced coffee in the morning.
uh huh.
But I don't, they,
Well, they have, I mean, they have concentrate that's less expensive. Like you can spend $7 and get Nescafe coffee concentrate
I might do that. I
in a
think I'm
flavor.
just. I think the Javi has just been in
But
my
the
face.
only flavor, yeah, the one thing that's drawing me to the Javi is that they have like 7 or 8 flavors, and it
Hmm.
makes me want to try the different flavors. But realistically, I could just get the concentrate and get whatever
Like
flavor
the creamer
creamer.
or syrup or
So
something.
that's what
Yeah.
I do now.
Well, the other thing that the Javi is talking about is that Javi is zero sugar. Is zero sugar.
Well, so is your coffee. I mean, instant. Really, I mean, I make instant coffee. They're talking about zero sugar. They're assuming you're gonna drink it black,
Oh,
and I'm not drinking it black.
nah,
So
dog.
there's always gonna be sugar
I
for
was
me.
thinking
I'm
like a
not
zero
drinking black.
sugar but sweetened,
No,
like our water enhancers.
no,
Like it's zero sugar but it's sweet and delicious. I didn't realize I meant zero sugar, drink it black. Ew. Never mind. I'll just get coffee somewhere else.
no. So I was trying to bring up the Google Keep here. Maybe it'd be quicker to bring it up on my
I'll pull
phone.
up the Google Keep. So, life updates. Did you have any life updates before I go into my life updates?
Let's see. Okay, I do not like your life updates, but no, I don't have any life updates.
So, my life updates. I can't remember what I told everybody on the previous streams, but my life updates. Our car broke. It just
Oh,
broke. So if you recall, we were driving over to. I think we were talking about it in the gaming stream with Ronald, but we were driving over to Tennessee because that's the closest and least busy passport office that we could get to. So I drove to. Wayne renewed his passport card online because he was more on top of things than I was. I had to get a new passport card, so I drove. I was gonna drive to Tennessee.
because your last passport card was when you were 16, so
Hmm. So I was gonna drive to Tennessee to get my passport card done. Um, I what are my words? The day before, we took the car in for an oil change and to get the tires rotated since I was gonna be doing a long drive. And while I was there, I was like, "Hey, can you just check it out? I have a long drive to do. Can you just make sure everything's looking pretty okay for that drive? I know about the oil leak. Don't worry about the oil leak." And they come out and they're like, "So we rotated your tires, we changed your oil for the safety of you and everyone else on the road. Do not drive out of town." And I'm like, "What?" So our tire,
they put the fear of God in you not to
yes,
go anywhere.
our
When you told me that, part of me was like, are they doing this just to get some money out of you to fix this car?
I also was kind of thinking that, but hear me out. Um, One, this is the one mechanic that we like this mechanic a lot.
Yeah.
Because um we've had this oil leak issue for a while, so we have to constantly be checking our oil. And there was one day that we were trying to check the oil and we noticed that the dipstick had like shifted, had like moved. And so we took the car to another mechanic and was like, "Hey, I just want you to check where the dipstick is. It's moved from where it normally is. And I just want to make sure that it's like where it's supposed to be and make sure nothing's leaking from where the dipstick connects in." And the guys at the other mechanic were like, "Oh yeah, we can check your oil." "No, I've checked my oil. I need you to check where the dipstick is." "Okay, well your oil levels are looking good." "No, that's fine. That's not what I need. I need you to check where the dipstick is." And they're like, "Well, it's good." And I'm like, they were like talking, they were like not listening to me and
Yeah.
talking to me like I didn't know anything. And so, which I don't know much about cars, but I check my oil all the time. I know my dipstick. I know where it's supposed to be, where it has been.
You know
And
your
so,
lipstick, huh?
don't, no, you stop that. I will shut this stream down right now. I will shut this whole situation down. We will never stream again. I will shut down the Discord.
I told you I'm feeling
You
weirdly sassy today.
gotta stop. I don't know what's in that protein yogurt, but maybe not actually.
I knew something was wrong when I went up and down the stairs, and I didn't struggle going up and down the stairs this morning. I just,
You're too fit and it's making you too sassy.
I'm like, I don't know what is going on here.
So then we went to the mechanic that we're going to now, and I
Mhm.
explained, first of all, they had ladies working the front counter. Which, like, ladies can also do the mechanic thing, but they had ladies working the front counter, so I felt like they would actually listen to me. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, I explained the exact same thing. I was like, hey, I don't need my oil checked. That's not the thing that I need. We have an oil leak. I know that. I don't need, that's not what I need. I need someone to check and make sure that where the dipstick is, it's connected where it's supposed to be, and nothing is leaking out of that because it's not where it used to be. And
Hmm.
so they checked it, and she's like, they looked in and they said that it may have shifted, but it is in a good position. It's not going to fall out. It's not leaking, because we've had our dipstick fully come out before. So like the whole tube that you put the dipstick into, rather, like fully come out
Hmm.
of the car before. And so she's like, they checked it. They said it looks a little crooked, but it's like it is connected where it's supposed to be. It's not like slipping out or anything. It's good. So they actually listened to me.
Yeah.
So when they were like, don't drive out of town, I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't drive out of town. And then when I was kind of telling other people about what was wrong, because it's like the tire rod and the thing connected to the tire rod, that connects it to the wheel. So essentially, if I had driven the car too much, and they were very, very loose. And so if I had driven the car too much and something had gone wrong, my tires would have just fallen off on the road while I was driving.
Oh,
So
no.
yes. So, I got my friend Michelle to drive me up to Tennessee. Very grateful for her. She and her husband just took an extra trip to Tennessee just for fun. We're driving around while I was up there at the passport office. And I got my passport put in. I just got an update a few days ago that it's in the system, it's being processed or whatever. So it looks like it's on track for that. And then we somehow scrounged together $1,200 to repair the car, which is almost our rent. Our rent is $1,700. We scrounged together a good majority of our rent to be able to pay for this, and
Oh,
also still pay for rent. Absolutely frustrating. But that took up, like, I had to text you to get back some of the money that I sent you for the cruise. Like, that took up
yeah.
basically everything that we had saved for the cruise. So we're gonna have to, like, we were doing like saving on easy mode before, because he has a good job, I have a good job. So we're like, okay, we're making good progress and we'll have the money and time and everything will be good. Now we're doing saving on hard mode, and we've got to like be putting back a lot more money at once, so that we can get all of the money at once, because the car ate all of our money. But the car, I just got the car back. I went to the mechanic yesterday. Just got the car back. The car is working, and something I didn't realize. I think our tire rods may have just kind of been loose the whole time, and no one told us before. Because
That's scary.
because for the entire time that we've had this car, and maybe it's just in my head, maybe something else is, I don't know. But for the entire time that we've had the car, anytime that I would go to turn the steering wheel, there's like a little bit of a dead zone before it would catch and then actually turn. Does that make
Hmm.
sense? Like, I turn and it feels like it's floating, and then I feel it catch, and I feel like I'm actually turning the tires. But now that
Don't
they
ask
fixed
me
that,
because I don't drive, so none of that makes sense to
well,
me.
I'm trying to make sure my explanation makes sense. But now that they fixed the tire rod thing, I don't feel that dead zone anymore. It feels like as soon as I'm turning the wheel, it's actually turning the tires. So that's good. They also, while they were repairing the tire rod, there was a part that they were trying to take off and they couldn't get it off cleanly, so they had to break it off, and they replaced that for free. And they also noticed while they were down there that one of our oil pressure sensors or whatever in the back of the car was leaking a lot, so they replaced that. So that will help us with our oil leak problem that we're having. They said it'll still probably leak a little, but it'll leak less now because they replaced that, and they replaced that for free too. But they said it should leak less now that little sensor has been replaced, because it was just like pouring oil, they said. So
So, what would you have to do to like not have that oil leak thing?
I don't know, because I nearly cried when she told me that they found one of the leaks and that they like repaired it like for free also, because we have been to 5 separate mechanics saying, hey, we have an oil leak, can you figure out where it is and tell us how much it's going to be to replace it? And all 5 of those other mechanics were like, oh, cars just leak sometimes. It's not like there's not much we can do. Old cars leak, and I'm like, it's got to be leaking from somewhere.
That's
Like,
not
what do
helpful.
you
Yeah.
mean? So they said that we probably have a few other leaks that would take a lot more like investigating to kind of figure out where they are, but they had
Yeah.
fixed one of them. And so even if that
Well,
like
since
even if
you've already gotten in the routine of handling a leaky car, having it leak a little bit less is helpful.
yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying cuz we buy a quart of oil like every 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. This is not fun. Which it doesn't cost like that much, but like $20 every two or 3 weeks for the cars. It's something we could do without. Um
Okay. Hard out at 12:30.
yes, cuz I have to go to market. Um So we fixed the car. I also have discovered that I have plantar fasciitis in my right foot. I've not been to the doctor for it, but I
So
self-diagnosed.
you use Doctor Google.
Yep, I have self-diagnosed with Dr. Google that I have plantar fasciitis in my right foot, and it got worse because originally it was like, oh, when I wake up in the morning and stand up, then my foot hurts a bit, and then it goes away when I walk on it for a little while, and then when I sit, and then it became I wake up in the morning and it hurts, and if I sit down for a long period and then stand back up, then it hurts, and then I walk on it for a while and it goes away, and then it got to the point of I sit down for a long period of time and get up, my foot hurts and it takes a lot longer to go away. And when I get up in the morning, it is a shooting pain in
Oh
my
no.
foot. Like this is probably TMI, but I had to pee. I have to pee when I get up in the morning, every single morning. And so
Like most humans.
yes. And so I don't know why I have it in my head that some people like they get up and then they maybe go pee later. When I wake up in the morning, I have to pee bad. Like I have to go immediately right now. And so I woke up and I was like, okay, I gotta pee. I get up, I put pressure on my foot and almost pissed myself because it hurt so much. Like I had to pee so bad and I stepped and it was a shooting pain and I almost wet
Oh
myself.
no.
Yes. And so I was like, I need to do something. So I ordered a little boot that you're supposed to sleep in for plantar fasciitis. I
Uh
ordered
huh.
a little boot and mixed reviews because the boot, like, it is working because I've been
Okay.
wearing it for the last 3 nights. And
Hmm.
when I wake up in the morning, it has gone from the shooting pain back to a very, very dull pain. Like
Hmm.
almost like I'm able to get up and immediately walk on my foot without like
Hmm.
limping. Because I was to the point where I would get up in the morning and I was hobbling for the first 5 minutes that I was up in the morning.
Hmm.
So it's working. It's definitely bringing the pain down. The problem is I can't sleep in it all night. I don't know how I need to adjust it so that I can sleep in it all night, but I will like, what I've been doing is I'll put it on for a few hours, before I lay down and
Uh huh.
then I'll lay down and then I end up taking it off in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know if it's like because of our bed, because of how I like to sleep or what. Cause like the boot initially is like not comfortable, but not unsleepable. But then in the middle of the night, I will either because I've been trying to mess with the different like tightnesses of the straps because
Hmm.
there's one strap across the top of your foot, one strap across your ankle, and then one strap across your leg. And I will either wake up and my toes are numb, or I'll wake up and like the strap that's across my ankle will be like it's very uncomfortable, like it feels like it's digging into my ankle. Oh, Ronald also has the boot. Um, let's see. He also says my podiatrist told me even if you manage it for part of the night, that helps. Okay, because I was like getting stressed out that I wasn't able to wear it all night, and I almost didn't wear it last night. And Wayne's like, if you don't put on that $30 boot, um, okay, so that makes me feel a bit better because I will like wake up in the
So,
middle of the
but
night
Ronald
and
says he doesn't wear his anymore. Does his foot feel better now? Is that why he stopped wearing it, or he just got tired of?
probably, from what I
Of
understand from Google University, I am Artemis MD. I graduated from Google University. Um, Plantar fasciitis is the plantar fascia is like if this is your foot, this is the heel of your foot, these are your toes. The plantar fascia is a like tendon that goes
hmm.
between your heel and your toes. And plantar fasciitis is when there is a tear in that tendon, And so it hurts to like that needs to heal. It hurts to like to move the foot around, so it can hurt
Mhm.
over here at the heel, but it could also hurt here in the arch of the foot.
Mhm.
And so the reason that it hurts in the morning, or for me, the reason that it hurts in the morning is because when you're sleeping, your foot, it's similar to like if you were to have a cut on your knuckle. If you hold your finger like this and the cut heals like this and it heals like all tightened up, and then you bend your knuckle, you're ripping it open again. And so that's what's going on in the morning is I fall asleep and it's healing like this, and then I wake up and go to stand and it's ripping it open again as I'm walking is the issue.
Well, Ronald says his hurts when he uses it more. So
Ah,
all that walking at the conference must not have been
ooh,
nice for you.
better bust out the boot. But yeah, the boot is supposed to essentially hold your foot in a position where it can heal while you're sleeping, and then it heals over time because you know your body does a lot of its healing while you're sleeping, and so it's supposed to hold your foot in a position that it's good to heal in when you're sleeping, and that way you're not ripping it open again every morning. So it
Mhm.
has been helping. It is just very uncomfortable. Why is my phone going off? What Discord is this?
But at least you're getting some use out of it at least part of the night.
Yeah, because I we ordered that like ASAP because I woke up 2 mornings in a row and was like fully hobbling, and I was like, "Hey Wayne, can we order this thing?" And he's like, "What's wrong?" And I explained, and he's like, "Okay, if you really think that we need to do it." And then he saw me hobbling the next morning. He's like, "You ordered that thing, right?" So
Yeah, I have like a burning in my foot that
burning.
we are not going to have this be medical talk. But basically if I put a compression sock just on my right foot before I go to bed, then it doesn't wake me up in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's fine. But I mean, immediately as soon as I get up in the morning, I take that compression sock
Rip it
off.
off.
It's not like it hurts or anything. It's just annoying, and
Mm-hmm.
it's especially annoying in this heat because for some reason when I wake up, I have a hot. But I know it's time to get out of bed. That I'm really awake, and not going to fall back to sleep because I have a big hot flash.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my body saying, you are really not going back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Get up. Because when I'm still kind of halfway in my sleep, my body is cooler for some reason. And I snuggle under my blankets and everything. But then if I wake up, I have this hot flash. This is only since I've become postmenopausal.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first thing I do is like stick my feet and my legs out from under the blanket because I want to get some air on my
Mm-hmm.
legs and on top of my body. And that sock on
It's not letting any air
my
in.
foot is still hot. And I can't bear to have my foot be hot when that
Ooh.
hot flash is coming through. I can't bear anything to be hot. I don't want my pillows anywhere near me. You know how they say sometimes on TikTok people to say something nice to somebody they say may both sides of your pillow be
Be
cool all
cool.
night.
Yeah.
Both sides of my pillow are hot all night. This,
Meanwhile, I'm still
this
sleeping with an electric blanket every night. Because
girl,
when I lay down initially, when I wake up, I'm warm. Like I've been because
girl.
of the heat, this heat wave. When I wake up in the morning, I've been waking up warm. But when I go to sleep, Wayne has an AC on. Our house stays
Hmm.
most of the time 68 degrees.
And see, that's how I used to be. Wait till that perimenopause hits you. Those hot flashes will start coming, and it'll be like, oh my god, I love this air conditioning.
Nah.
And your father and I used to be the the reverse of each other.
Mm,
Between me going through menopause and him losing a bunch of weight, because he used to be hot all the time,
mm-hmm.
and then he lost a bunch of weight, and now he actually gets cool. He actually wears sweaters at work. I'm like, and I forget this sometimes about him. And I have the fan blowing in one direction and the other air unit blowing in the other direction to try to cool off our room in this heat wave, and he's laying there on his side of the bed with the blanket up to his
Over the blanket.
chin. I'm like, because he's on the side where the AC the AC window unit is, so it
Mm-hmm.
blows more directly on him than it does on me. So he feels it way more directly than I do. And so
Mm-hmm.
he's got the and meanwhile I'm sitting here with my fan. Oh God. Oh God. I'll be sitting there at 1:30 in the morning with my paper fan doing this. I stopped using the neck fan because I've gotten to the point where having that plastic on the back of my neck is hot.
Oh no.
It's a
Wayne
low.
got Wayne got a really cool neck fan from
Uh-huh.
TJ Maxx that has like metal on the, I believe it's metal on the part that touches your neck, and the metal like cools down.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
I think he's gonna bring it on the cruise this year.
That sounds lovely. Yeah, I will probably still bring my electric neck fan just because it's better than nothing. But I
hmm
tell you what, right now, when I get all that, because the other thing is that the neck fan kind of helps around this area,
hmm
but when I get all that sweat on my face, I want a
Up
breeze
here,
like this,
yeah.
you know, and that neck fan doesn't help with that.
River spit.
Okay, so are we done with
I think we are done
life
with life updates.
updates? Okay, so we want to talk about some yarny crafty stuff.
Sure. What you got?
Uh, uh, what do I have? I have nothing. What are you talking about?
I mean, I saw you working earlier. You had your working face on.
I do not have a worky face. You don't have any upcoming markets?
No, I have one birthday party that's coming up in August that just she just sent her deposit, so she just confirmed for that. So I've got one birthday party in August. That's it. It is time for the crochet along update, Ronald. How do I there we go.
So we're gonna do that first. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm concerned for the future of my crochet along.
you are concerned.
I'm concerned because I only have 8 skeins of that rainbow black yarn, and I'm about to finish skein number 2 for my first hexagon, and this is how big it is. Like, it's not. Let me back up and figure out how to do the screen. Okay, this is how big it
Lovely.
is. But I only, so that means I could do like 1 or 2 more. Sorry, I'm trying to fold it so you can see like the size of what a sleeve would be. But I would only have 1 or 2 more. Well, it's bigger than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm
I mean,
folding
you
it,
don't need a huge sweater.
I don't need it to be huge, but I need it to like to cover me. Let
Are you
me.
wanting it to be long sleeve?
Yes, I want a cardigan to wear at work and to wear on the cruise.
Oh,
So,
I thought maybe 3/4 sleeve.
ew, never. I'm
What
gonna
do you
do a
mean, never?
I'm gonna do a long sleeve or a short sleeve. I don't like 3/4 sleeves because it just 3/4 sleeves for me, they fall like right here, and they
Uh
never
huh.
fall like I would want them to fall like at my elbow maybe,
Uh huh.
but 3/4 sleeves falls like just like mid forearm for me, and it just, to me, I know that 3/4 sleeves is a
Well, you're
style.
the one making it, so you can make it fall at your elbow.
You right. You right. I could, but also this is meant to keep me warm. I want long sleeves.
Yes, Ari.
They
We do get chilled under all that air conditioning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they keep the air conditioning on. Don't you act like you don't know.
You were with us last year. The air conditioning is bumping.
So this actually might be working out better than I thought. I'm gonna finish up. So I am finishing up my third. No, I had one, two. Yeah, I'm finishing up my second ball. So this is all I have
You're
left.
afraid you're gonna run out of yarn.
Yes, I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of this particular yarn because I was gonna do a border. I was gonna do a border and the little sleeve cuffs or whatever in solid black.
All black. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just worried that I'm gonna run out of this yarn for the body of it. But
Mm-hmm.
this is all I have left of my second skein. I went out to my storage unit and got storage unit. We have a closet downstairs. And got my third skein to start working on. But now that I'm looking at it, I feel like How do people like try on hexagon cardigans before they?
They don't.
Do I need to like pin the top and try to stick my arm in it?
You could try that.
I'm gonna do that right now while we're talking. Go ahead and show your stuff.
It's not like I have a lot to show.
We'll show what you got.
Well, I'm still on the fence with this crochet along, but like I said, I started the hat just to have something to start for the crochet along, for the make
Mm-hmm.
along. But I so this is what I've got of the hat. I
Yes.
went ahead and restarted the hat. I still am not, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. I still do not like the
The
um
bobbles.
I don't like, this is supposed to be what they're calling a braided
Yeah.
puff stitch. It looks better on camera than it does in person, and it doesn't look good on camera.
Ooh, it does not look that bad.
See, even you said it doesn't look that bad, which means it doesn't look
It
great.
looks a little crooked. It looks more crooked than it did previously.
Well, because when you saw it the first time, it was I just had the first puff.
Mm.
See, this I just had the top row of puffs.
Yes.
And then you add the second row of puffs. And it looks even worse when you add the second row of puffs.
They just look a little crooked.
I don't, and I mean, I kind of made peace with how to make them, but it's still maybe in a regular like Red Heart Super Saver worsted weight yarn, these puffs would look nice, but this tape yarn looks like I just took some toilet paper and crumpled it together.
Mm.
It doesn't. It looks nice. I like the tape yarn because the the hat itself. See,
Yeah. So
this I
you
like.
so you truly just don't like those puff stitches.
I just don't like the puff stitches. I like the yarn. The yarn is great to work with. It doesn't hurt my hand or anything. And I can feel when
Mm.
when I smush it, it kind of stays smushed.
Stays where you want it.
You
Yeah.
know, so it's got what you need for a
One of
hat.
those crumply hats.
Yeah, a hat that you can crumple up in your suitcase and then bring it back out and refresh it.
Mm-hmm.
It is an inch longer. I've only gone halfway round the next row, so that's what this looks like. So see,
Mm-hmm.
now I'm starting to
Pull
get
up the
out of
pull
here.
up the picture of the actual of your like pattern again for that hat. Oh wait, I see you're pulling up something else down there as well. Also, maybe I should stop going around. Maybe I should finish.
Because that looks good right there.
Yeah, I've got it. I mean, it's pinned with bobby pins up here, so
Uh-huh.
it needs to be closed. But it's not like it's a nice big comfy sleeve, but not too big.
And you said you didn't like it. Isn't it past your elbow?
It's yeah, it's a little past my elbow. I was originally planning on making long sleeves.
And so you said you don't like sleeves past your elbow though. So are you going to like pull it back some?
No, it either needs to be at my elbow, up here, or down here. I don't like it
Yeah.
here is the problem, which is where three-quarter
Okay.
sleeves always follow me. And so I'm gonna bring it all the way down to my wrist. I want a full cardigan.
But you just said you were going to stop going around.
I'm gonna stop going around. What I think I'm gonna do, because this only used up it. Okay, so the issue is I started that other cardigan, and I was working it up and then didn't like that pattern, and so I ripped it all back out. But I do not remember how many skeins that I had in there, so I just unwound it and wrapped it all up into one big skein. But I think it was two skeins. So what I think I'm gonna do is after I finish this, I've been keeping track of how many rows I've been doing. Yes, I can. Yeah, you can extend the sleeve, what my plan is. So I am going to finish this off after not finish off, but I'm going to stop and put a marker after the second skein there, and stop, and then I'm going to work on the other hexagon and get it up to the same point to see how many skeins I use. And then what I might do is, ooh, my bobby pin just slipped right out, huh? What I think I'm going to do is um, use the remaining skeins to extend the sleeve, and then extend the back to make sure that I can like close it.
Mm-hmm.
I also wanted it a little bit longer because this is looking very cropped, which is not what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I'm basically all of that to say I'm gonna do some futzing around with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you wanted to see
The hat, yes. Because do hers look nice and even, or do hers always also look crooked? Actually, because it's on Ravelry, right? Or was it one of the yarn inspirations or whatever?
okay.
Oh, I'm gonna put my hoodie back on.
Okay.
Ooh, let's redo this. I got it. I got it. I got it.
How'd we end up in the middle?
Because we've got Ronald's comment up. If
Oh,
we
okay.
do this, that drops us down to the bottom.
So
Yeah, hers also look crooked.
So that's what you mean by crooked. Where
Yeah,
one looks like it's a little bit ahead of the other. Yeah.
yeah, they're crooked and they're a little wobbly. I think yours look pretty close to what hers do, because hers
Yeah.
aren't all nice and smooth. I think if you continue the hat, it will look very similar to this, because hers are kind of wonky as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as I was making it. Was like, overall, once I finish the hat, it'll probably look fine. But I just don't like that stitch. I
Mhm.
don't, not only do I not like the way it looks in this tape yarn as I'm making it, every stitch I make, it looks like this is just a bunch of crumpled up whatever. But also, I don't like, I don't like making the stitch.
Oh, you don't like making it?
It's,
I mean, if
it's
you don't like making it, then
uncomfortable.
pivot.
It's uncomfortable on my wrist. Not painful. It's just an awkwardness
Yeah, like trying to do
because
a reverse single crochet crab stitch.
yes, yes, exactly. It's exactly that kind of
I
feeling.
still can't get over how much y'all hate that stitch.
It's exactly that kind of feeling because let's remove this.
Ah,
Make us put us there because, like, I don't know how to show you, but you I don't even think I can show you. But you do a single crochet, you
mm-hmm.
do a single crochet, then you have to pull up and wrap back here and go in here.
Ew.
And you have to do that twice and then pull through. So it's not comfortable. It's like you're going forward, forward, twist yourself to go
And then
back,
go back. Yeah.
and
And then
then
go back
run
again.
over and twist and go back again. And that's why it doesn't, I can't get that move smoothly, so the yarn doesn't look smooth because I did better this second time around because, as you remember, last week I had pulled the whole thing
Mm-hmm.
out.
Yes.
So all of this progress is in a week's time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks good.
So that's pretty much what I'm making, but still in the back of my head, I'm working on this so that time in the make along is not wasted. But
Don't like it.
but no, I'm working on this while in my head I'm thinking I kind of want to make something else too. This is
Mm-hmm.
just something I'm making
Yeah, because you were
because
gonna make
I
like
have the
accessories.
yarn. But so I'm like, do I want to make some more bands for my hair or do it, because I don't even know how. This is a yearly problem. How am I going to wear my hair now that I don't relax my hair?
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to wear my hair on the cruise? Am I
Yeah.
going to to bite the bullet and try to put those braid extensions back in.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do that, can I still wear a hat?
Can you get in
Or
the water?
can I get in the water? Although, and then last year it was a waste of time. I didn't put anything in my hair because I thought, well, we're going to go to the beach, and then I ended up not going to the beach
Mm-hmm.
because I was so tired last year that I ended up not going to the beach. So who knows what I'm going to feel like this year?
Yeah.
And so, like, if I put extensions in my hair, then I'm stuck with one hairstyle.
Yeah.
You know,
I have also
so
roped myself into being kind of stuck with one hairstyle. I'm trying to
so
figure
I don't
out.
know,
Go ahead.
because part of me is like, well, I want to have a hairstyle so that in the evenings, it's really just a difference of what am I going to do in the evening.
Yeah.
Because during the day, I don't care. But in the evenings, I want to look nice in case we take pictures or something.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if I want to have my outfit for the pictures have a, headscarf, then
Mm-hmm.
maybe I don't want to put extensions in my hair.
Why don't you get? We were looking at them before. Why don't you get one of those
A ponytail.
puffs?
That's the other thing I was thinking about. Maybe I'll get a puff. You know,
Also, Ronald, if you're gonna be updating us on your crochet along, send some pictures in the Discord and we'll pull it up because this is update time.
you did reverse crab stitch all the way around your
His
star.
star blanket, yeah.
Does the pattern call for that, or
It's just a very nice finishing stitch, which is why I
because
was like, y'all
no, I mean, I'm
weren't,
wondering, did you do it because it called for it,
or just to have a nice
or
stitch
just
on the end of it.
because? I haven't gotten that far on my.
Mm.
Like I said, it's optional, okay. So I'm
But you
almost
already knew
done
how
with
to
that
do it.
blanket. I still have. I'm like, I have these balls of scraps. When I finish, then the blanket will be finished.
This isn't a
But
no
but
sew
it's
ami, Ronald. You're doing an amigurumi where you have to sew everything on. Ew.
hot. Well, I think
Hate
he
that
bought.
for
I think he
you.
bought a kit, and
He did, yeah.
most of the kits make you sew stuff.
Hate that.
So that's the only yarn thing I did. I did want to show you this other thing. And my first reaction to this thing, because I was watching a video. I think her name is Holly Anna,
Hmm.
and she did one of those compilation videos of 11 things to make for 11 wearables to make for summer, because I still have in the back of my head, I still have 2 months. I could possibly make like some sort of
Cover
shawl
up thing, yeah.
to go over my dress, my black dress, like a red something to go over my black dress. But that would involve buying yarn, which means I have to bite the bullet and buy the yarn.
Yes.
I have to do it immediately
Yes.
if I'm going to get it done. And I even have yarn picked out on Amazon, and I just need to buy it. But I can't bring myself. But
So what is this pattern?
oh no, so she was showing some inspiration stuff. She didn't show,
Mm.
her thing was like she didn't show any, unlike Amazing Page, who like gives you links to actually definite patterns. She was showing like inspiration stuff, pictures that
Mm.
she saw that were inspiration, and you figure it out yourself. So there weren't really, I went to her Pinterest board, and these were all things, like some of them were store bought things, like this one that, and as soon as I pulled it up, because I was thinking, oh, it's a pattern. And so I pulled it up, and then I saw $286, and I'm like,
Ooh,
oh my God.
that's not a $286 pattern. Yes, am I misunderstanding?
No, $238. And then no, and then I realized, oh, it's not a pattern; it's a ready-made item.
Mm.
And then my body was like $238. Oh my god! And then I was like, well, if somebody hand knit it,
Yep.
then it would be worth that much because it does take time. But I'm thinking in the mind of somebody who knows how to knit, I
Yes.
am not going to pay $238
For something you can make yourself.
that I could make myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to
There
use,
is
I
a
mean, I'm going to use
match.
$238 worth of time, but it's my time and my time is free to me.
Yes.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
saying that another person's time isn't worth $238, but my time is a resource that I have that's free to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure
So,
out what. Well, no, it says knit. I was thinking of
it
it as
says but
crochet.
it's one of those store bought things where because I had also looked at some other things, fashion things where they're like,
Hmm.
oh yes, crochet is all in for summer. And I zoomed in on all of those pictures in Vogue and some other fashion website, and I'm like,
And they're all knit.
near one of these is crocheted or knit. There's some sort of
Machine
some sort of machine
compiled thing.
woven thing that is trying to mimic crochet. It's
Hmm.
basically not even mimic crochet, just mimic the feeling of crochet, which is something that has sort of lacy
Yeah.
mesh holes. And that's what this thing is doing. It's just kind of lacy mesh holes. Although on the bottom, like the bottom of this thing looks like a chain.
Yeah.
So,
Or like they single crocheted everything together or something.
well, the bottom hem looks like somebody did one big long chain and then crocheted into it. But for the life of me, I wouldn't know what kind of stitch that is. But they call it knit either way. So, but I like the look of that.
Hmm.
So, but then again, I made something just very similar to this in white for um
For the last one.
not last year but the year before.
You're right, year before.
So I'm like, do I really want to make the same thing again?
I mean, if you found a different pattern, it wouldn't necessarily be the same thing.
What I really want is something that's more of a like a crop top
Hmm.
to go over the dress. And she had one that was
This is Ronald's update on his crochet along while you're looking at stuff.
lovely.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Wow,
going very well.
you did a good job.
That is more sewing than I ever want to do on my amigurumis. The only things that I really do sewing on are like the big amigurumi. So like the big dragon. If you guys remember the big mushroom doll that I made, I sewed pieces onto that. But I don't like sewing pieces onto like small amis like this. Nah, dog. Figure out a way to make so that I can crochet it on top of it. It looks very, very good.
I was trying to find. Yes, he did a great job.
Did you
I
have
was
any
trying.
trouble with the safety eyes? Ronald says, I bought a kit and had no idea what I was going to get. So a mystery crochet kit? Wild.
It couldn't be me.
I still have those two crochet kits that Ari and Tyler got me. I haven't done them yet. Oh, the safety eyes were easy. Okay. Yeah, I sometimes have trouble. I also buy like the really big safety eyes because I like them to have the big like chunky look. But I just have trouble like connecting the backs of the safety eyes sometimes. So I also buy like big bulk batches of safety eyes from Amazon. So that might be why that is. The directions they sent leave a few things to be desired. I mean, that's probably why the Woobles are getting popular. They have instructions, they have videos, they have commercials that say that you'll get the girl that you want at school if you do Woobles. Like embroider onto the crocheted snout. Literally no explanation of what that means or how to do it. Oh, hate that. I wonder where this kit came from. But I can pull it back out. Do you want me to pull up your page, Mama?
Sure.
We're just clicking around everywhere today. There we go. Ooh, I like that. Why don't you
See,
do
I
that?
like this without the fringe.
Without the fringe. Okay.
Without the fringe. This is two granny squares.
Squares. Yep.
Yeah. And um the this is not the one made by the person who made the video, Hollyana. But
Mm-hmm.
Hollyana made something similar, but she did four granny squares, so she could do two in the front and two in the back. And
Mm.
she used a 9 millimeter hook with worsted weight yarn,
So
so
it's
to
very
make it
airy.
airy. So I
Okay.
like the concept of that.
I like the look
I
of
don't
this better
know how.
than four squares, I think.
Yeah, I like this better than four squares. I don't know that I could. I don't know if I could.
Figure out how to make it work.
Yeah, figure out how to attach it together. And this is not a pattern, so just like I said, everything on this is her inspo. Um, this whole thing is her inspo, her Pinterest inspo
Mm-hmm.
board, and it's like it's all stuff that's there's the dress
Granny
that
stitch,
I
it looks
had.
like.
It's all stuff that I don't think there's a pattern anywhere for this.
There's a pattern for that one, that black girl right there next to the orange, the one that's in the like
Uh-huh.
rainbow and blue. Because I
Yeah.
follow her on Etsy.
But a lot of the stuff,
It's just people showing off their stuff and
yeah,
not, yeah.
this is the whole inspo board that she put together for her video. And I guess some of it's videos and some of it is just people showing off their stuff.
Yeah,
But the
some of
few
these I feel like
the
I've
few
seen patterns
ones
for before.
the few ones that I clicked on, there was no pattern.
What you should do is find the picture that you like and do a reverse Google image search, because some of these I have definitely seen patterns for before.
I also this these two denim skirts with the crochet on the
Mm-hmm.
bottom. I kind of want to do something like this
Yeah.
because I like, especially the longer one.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That looks cute. But yeah. So
I
that's what I'm feeling. Maybe get some, but it's going to be like a solid granny square. It's not going to be
scroll down just a hair.
just a hair.
Okay, that dress is on the very far right. That's just above my head in the little thing.
That right there.
Yes, you would be. So this is just a longer version of what you're trying to do. You would
Yeah.
absolutely be able to construct that, and with it laid out like that, I feel like you can see how it's constructed.
You think?
Yes, pull it up, pull it up. We're gonna talk through it right now.
Oh, is this a video?
Ew, video, gross. Also, it didn't
It,
pull up for us.
it said visit the site, and you visit the site, and it takes you to YouTube on how to make a crochet bag charm. That has nothing to do.
Useless. Okay, we'll come back to where we are, and we can absolutely talk through this. So the section that goes across your tummy, like the middle, like actual body of it. There we go. So the section that goes across your tummy, the middle like body part of it, you
Uh huh.
would make a circle that's big enough that you want. So if you want it loose, make sure that it's like when you wrap it around you that it's loose. If you want it to be a little bit tighter, then make it tighter, and go up for as long as you want it to be before it reaches your Titanias, and then make one granny square and keep going around in the granny square, and then hold it right at the center of your Titanias, right where it would line up with the other piece, and that's how long you need it, and figure out how long like you want it to be, and then
Hmm.
you sew it, because you sew it right in the middle. You can see that it's sewn right in the middle,
Yeah.
and so you
Yeah.
then attach it to the circle, like right there in the middle, and then sew the rest of that square closed so that it's a sleeve.
We'll see. We'll see.
Very simple construction.
Very simple, as you say.
Eh.
Or I could just do that other one that I showed you a while back, which was just a green square in the front and a green square in the back, and then just attach it at the shoulders.
I mean, you could. That is up to you. I am just trying to help you if this is what you want to make.
We'll see. And meanwhile, I'll just keep working on the hat
Mm.
until I figure out what I'm going to do. As far as coloring pages, I only got one done because I was also working on that George Tufexis. I
Mm.
decided to use colored pencils, so I'm not going to show that one yet because I really want to buy, like I said, some fine point um, markers,
Mm.
but I haven't bit the bullet. So meanwhile, and this just took me one afternoon while I was watching Love Island.
Oh, Love Island. Ooh, that one's cute. I like it. It's all flamey.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
It looks good.
I tried out a bunch of different things.
It looks good.
I did
Was that a color by number, or did you choose the colors for that one?
no, this is colored pencils. This is from one of the free books that I got in that
Yeah,
giveaway.
it looks
The Four
good.
Elements from Creative Haven.
Hmm.
It's
You got your
not
shading
colored.
in there.
It's not colored by number. So
I like it.
yeah. So yeah, I branched out. I tried some techniques
Oh my
a
gosh.
little more success. Like I tried to do a little bit of shading right there. Not very good. The shading
Not
works
good.
better over on this side. I know you can't really see it, but
We can see it. The shading does look good. Hush. No. Move. Move.
so yeah, that's the only coloring I finished this week. Hopefully, I'll have the George Tefexis one finished next week, and then maybe I'll do some other ones. I feel I have all these because the books are sitting like right there next to my desk, and I see them every time I'm working, and I'm like, I feel so guilty. They're sitting there, and I've not colored in them. And then I think about the books that I can't hear you, can't hear you. But
I,
I think about
I would say you have so much pent up guilt about things that you do not need to be guilty for.
I have like the books that like your sister bought me a book,
Mm.
and your brother bought me a couple books, and I feel guilty that I've not colored more than one picture in each of those books, and I feel guilty I haven't used all the markers that your sister got me, and there's all the guilt,
Truly not raised Catholic. I don't know where it comes from, Ronald.
all the guilt.
You have Catholic guilt without any of the Catholicism.
Embroider onto the crocheted snout.
That's what he's saying. It has bad instructions, so it just says embroider onto the snout, but did not show any explanation of what they mean.
That's rude.
Right? All right.
So
Are we ready
that's
to? Yeah.
that's all of the yarny crafty that I have.
I
Um,
have to grab my charger because I don't know why I always think I can come in here and not bring my
I
charger.
don't know why you think that either. So while you're grabbing your charger, I guess we can talk about. Do you want to do what time is it?
It's 11:44.
10:44. Do we want to talk a little bit about what we've been watching and listening to, or
Yes, we can do some media consumption,
okay?
but I'll be
Well,
back.
while she's getting her charger, I can talk about this because it's not really anything new. But Love Island's about to wrap up this week. I like I said before, usually when I watch these shows, I don't watch them all the way to the end. I usually get to a point where I am sick of these people and I stopped watching it. And so I have stopped watching Love Island UK and USA, and there's about a week left on Love Island USA. So I think I stopped at a good time because they're not going to bring any more people anyway, and I am done with these people. I have to say, my thoughts on this season of Love Island USA is that there feels like there's a little bit more substance, not a lot, but a little bit more because it feels like, um, especially with the girls, but the guys too, it feels like they're making friendships. Um, among the girls instead of the UK one is still very much clicky of like there's two or three girls here who are friends, there's two or three girls here who are friends, and then there's two or three guys here who are friends and two or three guys here who are friends. On Love Island USA, it feels like all the girls are friends and everybody kind of, even when somebody new comes in, they really try to, stay friends, bring everybody into the group. So a lot more friendships than I'm used to on this show. It was interesting to see more Southern contestants. Two of the contestants are from North Carolina, which I know it's crazy, but whenever somebody's from my state, that's the person I watch a little bit more. If it's a competition show, that's who I root for or whatever. So it's fun that there were two from North Carolina. And you looked up a YouTube video on how to embroider. This should be fun. Um, I noticed one thing on there, two things. Number one, they can turn those kiss mics down. I do not need to hear all the mouth sounds when they are kissing. Okay. It's bad enough that I see them kissing and I can see the tongues going into mouths. I do not need to hear all the noises. I just don't need to hear all the noises. And my favorite out of this season was a contestant called Alandria. She was just, I don't know, she just managed to not get overly emotional except for one time, and just, I don't know, she seemed to stay grounded through the whole experiment. And especially I liked hearing a lot more people saying, we've only been in here for 2 weeks, so I don't know why you you are going crazy over this or that or the other. We shouldn't you shouldn't expect me to be in love with them when I've only been there for 2 or 3 weeks. Whereas other shows don't really admit, oh, we've only been in here for a week. We've only been in here for 2 weeks. They really said that repeatedly. We've only been here for a week. Or we've only been here for 2 weeks. So you shouldn't expect everything. And my last thought on Love Island is that you can tell that they are wearing layers and layers of makeup because when these girls cry, you can see the tracks on their cheeks
Of where the
through
makeup wiped off.
through the makeup. And there's like white tracks on their cheeks. Even on the black girls, there are like lighter colored tracks as the tears are going through all the layers of foundation and powder and whatever else.
Well, it's
You
probably
can
also sunscreen because sunscreen lightens up when it gets wet too, doesn't
see,
it? And they're like out in the sun, so some of that's probably sunscreen.
well, sunscreen in their foundation because they don't just have sunscreen on, let me tell you. And I mean the fake lashes and everything. I remember when I was younger, if you saw a girl who had makeup on crying, you saw mascara running.
Hmm.
These girls, they've got waterproof on, so you're not going to see the mascara, but you see the tracks, just a white cast all on their face as they cry. All of them. All of
Dang. Ronald, what is battle camp? I don't know what that is. What is it?
them. Oh,
You-
Battle Camp is
He said he was
it's a
disappointed.
Netflix show where they have all these different people who I didn't watch Battle Camp,
Hmm.
but they have all these different people
She's had no name
who
this whole time. I'm over
I
it.
always have a name. I don't know
Nope.
what you're talking about.
Nope.
They Battle Camp is one of these shows where they have all the people from different competition shows. I can't remember if Battle Camp is one where they only have people from other Netflix shows or if it's from other shows outside of Netflix.
Hmm.
But it's all competition shows, like people from Too Hot to Handle, people from The Circle, people from different things. And then they have, like Ronald said, it's like Perfect Match. Because Perfect Match is another one where they have all these Netflix personalities and then they try to date them in, try to pair them
Hmm.
in, it's like a Love Island
Okay.
For Netflix people who were
Okay.
on different shows and didn't find anybody. So now we're going to try to pair you with people, try to pair somebody from Love is Blind with somebody from Too Hot to Handle, and
And
see.
Ronald said it was disappointing. Were there any lesbianisms?
And
Do they
so,
have the gays
Battle
with
Camp
lesbianisms?
is Netflix people, but they do like competitions.
Oh,
Like
so it's not dating. Okay. And the
the
lesbianisms don't matter.
perfect match is the dating one with Netflix people. Battle Camp is like the competition one. I guess kind of like Survivor or something. I don't
Mm.
know. I haven't watched. I watched maybe 5 episodes of the first season of Perfect Match, and I
Hmm.
got bored, so I didn't go back. And
I
I didn't even bother with Battle Camp because I had not watched most of the
most of the shows that
shows
they're in.
that the other people were in. Like I've seen all of those shows, but not the seasons that those people were in. So it's
Who's
like,
that? Ronald says Shubam?
oh, you don't watch The Circle.
I don't.
He was a very popular person who was on The
Okay.
Circle.
I am just going to come back around to say I have said it before and I will say it again. I firmly believe that all of these dating and match shows would be better with more gays.
Well, The Ultimatum is all gays.
I haven't seen that one.
The Ultimatum, they did a whole lesbian ultimatum season.
Mm.
The new season of The Ultimatum, I don't know if it's lesbian or not.
Let me go. I need to go check
Um,
it out because I just keep remembering the British high school dating show,
I know.
the British
I know.
American high school dating show,
Also,
and it's so
as
good.
we're moving along with things we've watched, do you have anything that you've watched, or do you want me to just go down my list?
I do have some things that I've watched. So I sorry, I
Okay.
just got a headache, so I'm trying to work through that. Um, I showed my friend from work, Sumaya, came over, and we I showed her the first episode of season 7 of Taskmaster, and she's like, "This is hilarious," and I'm like, "Yes, I know." So I got her onto that, and I went back and watched season 19 of Taskmaster. Very good, hilarious. Um, so I just blazed through that in like a few days. And then last night, Wayne and I watched a horror movie that was bad. It was bad.
You always watch bad horror movies.
Yes, well, I sometimes we watch good horror movies. Sometimes we watch good ones. There's one called The Crockett, which was like a if Black Mr. Rogers was a horror villain. That one was good. But this one, it was called Don't Turn Out the Lights. I couldn't tell if they were like trying to be campy on purpose or if they really thought that they were making a for real serious movie and it was not that. Because they had like I don't know how to. The best way that I think I can describe it is like every horror movie like character trope was
Mhm.
in it, but they were so tropey. It was so obvious what they were doing. There was like, oh, there's the one girl who has the heart and emotion, and she's always trying to connect with everybody. And then there's the guy who's a Marine who will constantly say things to remind you that he's a Marine. And then there's the one girl who's Spanish and she will always remind you that she's Spanish because she will like just throw like in case you forgot she's Spanish, don't forget her abuelita. Like she's just
Mhm.
throwing her Spanish words in, even like and the dialogue was so weird and stilted. not so much stilted, but like it felt so unnatural. Like dialogue in a movie is never going to be like natural. Obviously, you're watching a
Mhm.
movie, but because this was supposed to be like college kids on a road trip to go to a music festival, like it felt like if you were trying to make a road trip movie about people my age and you were writing the dialogue for that. It felt
You're saying I'm not in touch with
so
youths?
there are nuances that you would not understand
Yeah.
that did not that
I'm self-aware enough to know that
yes,
even though I try to keep up with the youths, I'm
you
not I'm not fully there.
it was just so bad. And then the movie like couldn't figure out what it wanted. Like the plot of the movie is they're going on a road trip. It's one of the girls' birthday. So there's the Marine.
Uh-huh.
There's the birthday girl who is like, I'm a birthday girl, I'm partying, everything's all about me. So there's a self-centered birthday girl. There's the one who has the heart, who loves it, who's trying to take care of everybody. There's the Spanish one, which you can't forget she's Spanish, and also she's a track runner. There's the bitchy one, who you're not going to forget that she's bitchy because she keeps saying bitchy things, and also she's rich.
Mean girl.
Yes, there's the rich mean girl. There's the druggy one who's constantly talking about getting high and like, guys, don't forget to toke and blah blah blah. And then there's the marine who, like, don't forget that he has marine experience and he's so stoic and stuff.
Mhm.
And then there's the black guy. And
Mhm.
I say it like that because guess who died first?
The black guy.
Yes, he's the birthday girl's boyfriend. He dies first. He had no defining qualities because all of them, like I said, they were all like weird heightened versions of the stereotype that they are. His weird heightened stereotype is he was the black guy. He had no other like features about him that he other than he was the
He
black guy.
wasn't like, yo, yo, yo.
No, he wasn't that. He was a very like posh black guy. He was wearing a white cable sweater the
Oh
entire time.
Lord.
Yes, and the thing that pissed me off is so they're trying to go on this. They're trying to go on this trip, and already they're like it has been established that multiple of the characters, like the girl who has heart and the bitchy mean girl, the bitchy like rich girl, don't like each other. And
Mhm.
so, there's just like weird like ripples through the whole friend group. So it's very clear that like y'all shouldn't have stayed friends after high school. So sorry, like
Yep.
maybe you should have moved on. But they all get together for the birthday girl's birthday, and they're going on this trip for the birthday girl's birthday. So they're driving out. They're supposed to be driving over the course of a night and a day to get to this music festival. And as they're driving, they're driving, by the way, in the black guy's uncle's stolen RV. He steals the RV from his uncle. He tells everybody the uncle lent him the RV. You find out later that he stole the RV.
Oh Lord.
So they drive. They stop at a gas station, and there are these two guys with like an 18. You know when you see like the 18 wheelers, but they don't have the actual truck part of it. It's just the front.
Mhm.
They have
Mhm.
one of those, and so the girls get out and go into the gas station, and there's two like old like racist nasty white guys. They're out there. They're like, oh, I'll show you where you can shove your dipstick, like stuff like that, like
Mhm.
very loud, very overt, like, which I realize that there are definitely people like that out in the world, but it's so overt that it's like cartoonish almost. Like the
Yeah.
things that they're not saying are cartoonish, but it's like you're laying it on thick. And
Yeah.
so they go into the gas station. They run in, and as they go into the gas station, another couple of people walks out of the gas station, and it's a rich guy in like a convertible car and his girl, and so they're being harassed by the two white guys. Our two girls from the road trip come back out, and they're like, "Hey, leave him alone, leave him alone, leave him alone." And so they are now interacting with the two like nasty guys. The other guy and his girl with the convertible, they hop in their convertible driveway. They do not help. They do not, even though these guys definitely look like dangerous. They do not help these two college girls. They peace out. So it turns into a scuffle, and the Hispanic girl who earlier in the movie had pulled out her little like vibrator and is like, ooh, we're definitely gonna have fun at some point. It was like they posed it as a movie of like sex, drugs, and music is what they were planning on doing. So That interaction ends with the Marine, because don't forget he's a Marine, he has training, with the Marine beating these guys until they pass out with the vibrator that fell out of her bag. Because she's like, one of the guys grabs her, her bag falls, the vibrator falls out of her bag. Why is it not in your suitcase, girly pop?
Wait a
Why are
minute,
you bringing
he
this to
beat
the
the
gas
people
station?
with the vibrator?
Yes. It was one of those big vibrators that has like the handle and it's like a huge, like one of the big like wand things. And
Yeah.
so he is like, there's a big clear scene of him like smacking one of these guys and there's like blood flying or whatever. So they do that and then they hop in the RV and jet. So they're jetting down the road. The Marine is the one driving. All of a sudden, the truck pulls up behind them and they're going to ram them. So he's speeding up in this RV. They're trying to go away. Don't worry. He has military training, so he knows how to drive like this. He's driving, trying to get away from them. They pull up beside them and there's a gun. They have a gun. These guys are so dangerous. And then they finally like evade them. He does some sort of Marine maneuver and they pull down a side road. And
So this was a bad movie.
it was a bad movie.
Okay, did you watch anything else?
No, nothing of interest. It was so bad. I actually, let's pivot and we're gonna do a throw pillow of me explaining the plot of this movie to you because it's so bad.
Okay, so I watched with your sister. First of all, have you noticed that YouTube now rolls into their music videos a little more smoothly? Have you noticed this?
I have not noticed this.
It
What do you mean?
it doesn't happen every time, but if you play something that is clearly like a music video,
Mm-hmm.
then you know how usually you play a video on YouTube and then they'll pop up like an end card of, watch this next or whatever. Or sometimes they'll just, if there's not an end card, they'll pop up a countdown that says if you have autoplay on, which I
Yeah.
normally
Next
do,
video.
it'll,
Here's the next
it'll
video.
pop
It's
up
starting in
next
5 seconds.
video in 5 seconds and show you what the next video is and a chance to cancel or whatever. If you're playing music, it doesn't do that
Ooh.
anymore. It's just like you play a music and it doesn't have to be just like an official music video. It could just be like a concert video or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what it is. If the algorithm recognizes that this is just music,
Mm-hmm.
then at the end of it, it'll go black and then it'll just roll into another music
Okay.
video. And then it'll do that 2 or 3 times. I don't know how long it'll go because I haven't. Usually
So
by
let it play.
then I've watched 2 or 3 videos and then I'm like, oh, I have something else I want to watch and then I'll
Mm-hmm.
change it. But I just found it interesting that they have changed it for music where it will just
They're probably
fade
trying to
into
get people to use YouTube Music more often.
the next song or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I wasn't using um like I wasn't playing a mix because sometimes I go into a specific mix or whatever. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how it'll do if I play a mix. This is just if I just happen to grab a video that's a
Mm-hmm.
music video.
I don't watch enough music videos or any kind of music related stuff on YouTube for me to have noticed that. Ronald says he has autoplay turned off. I keep autoplay turned on and I should turn it off. I listen to YouTube videos when I go to sleep. I have specific playlists that I listen to when I go to sleep. And sometimes I'll like be watching another video and pass out before I like put on my playlist.
Mhm.
And YouTube will switch to the weirdest stuff. Like I will wake up in the middle of the night and the weirdest things will be on. Like sometimes, first of all, sometimes it'll go into a live video. Why are you autoplaying into a live video? First of all, what is that? But second of all, I woke up in the middle of the night and I had like watched like a drawfee video or something. And then I wake up in the middle of the night and I am several hours deep into a live stream of a detective radio show, like a detective audio drama. It was like oldies radio or something, but it was live streamed, so it wasn't like a like, oh, here's your 6 hour recording of this old, like what
Yeah.
what they choose to roll into is absolutely wild.
Okay, so they've chosen the new Golden Bachelor.
This is the Bachelor
You
that's
know
like
what Golden
over
Bachelor is,
50
right?
or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. So they've chosen the new Golden Bachelor, right? He's a
Mhm.
former NFL player. He's 66 years old. And the producers asked him what his preferences are.
Uh-huh.
And he said 45 to 60.
He's
Now
66 years
he's
old.
66. And he said, he told the producer, if they're 60 or over, I'm cutting them.
Sir, how old are you?
He is 66.
Like, God forbid they be my age.
And the producers say, "Oh no, you can't. This is not Silver Bachelor. This is Golden Bachelor." He get and then he goes, "But they're going to be hot." The producers
There's
assure him. The producers assure him that they're going to be 60-year-olds, but they're going to be hot.
I need to time out. So there's a silver bachelor. We're putting
I
the
don't know.
ages are in different brackets of like 45 to 50 is silver, 50 and up is golden. Is that what we're doing here?
According to the Entertainment Weekly article, it says, I'm going to read directly from the article. If your soul hasn't completely left your body yet, Rose lovers, don't worry, it gets worse. Not only does Owens, this is the new Golden
Yeah.
Bachelor, a lawyer and divorced father of two, prefer to date women who are anywhere from 6 to 21 years younger than he is. He also wants their bodies to be in tip top shape, inside and out. Owens revealed that he told producers that the Golden Bachelorettes gotta be fit because I stay in shape. I work out and stuff. And I told the producers, try and stay away from the artificial hips and the wigs, that kind of stuff.
They're 60. I'm out of here. I'm so out of here. I hope this man does not find anything. I
I
hope
stopped
everything works
watching
out.
I watched the first Golden Bachelor and I kind of stopped watching it after like maybe two episodes. As soon as I watched it and I saw the people that they were
That they
having
chose.
on the show,
Mm-hmm.
today's Vandal is 1977. I'll have to go check it out after we get done streaming. But when I saw that the I mean, no hate to anybody who keeps themselves up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who keeps their bodies up and whatever. She's got to have that snapback
Snap back.
bottom.
Oh.
But everybody getting out of those cars was like dressed to the nines.
Mm-hmm.
They looked like the most heightened version. Some of them look like they had to have had some work done.
Mm-hmm.
They all had heels on. They looked like the most heightened version. They all looked at least 10 years younger than they were. And and what really got to me was, I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel,
Mm-hmm.
but his mother, it was either his aunt, I think it was his aunt. They had his aunt get out of one of the cars, and his aunt looks like me. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
his aunt got out of one of the cars and she was round. She had on a pair of mom jeans. She had on some
Mm-hmm.
cute sneakers and a
Just
t-shirt.
a normal person.
That normal person had her get out of one of the cars. I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting. And see, I didn't know this was Jimmy Kimmel's aunt because I don't watch the show.
Yeah.
Right? Turns out it was all she was there for comic relief as the
Bruh.
joke. She was not. She was clearly not going to be one of the contestants. She was there as comic relief.
That's you
And when I
know?
saw that, that kind of turned me off of the show right there. That was
Yeah.
rude to me.
Yeah.
That clearly somebody who looks like her could not be considered to be wanting to look for love.
You know who would do, I feel like, a better version of The Golden Bachelor? I feel like the UK would do a better version of The Golden Bachelor. Because I feel like in America, all of our reality shows have to be heightened to the max. Everybody that's on these shows are
No, I don't
actors
think so
or they're
because
rich or
UK is
whatever.
the people who came up with Love Island with everybody spray tanned and lip fillers.
They did, But they also do shows like Taskmaster, and they did the high school dating show or whatever. I feel
Mhm.
like they are more likely to they would be more likely to do a good job of having a dating show of just regular people than America, because America is so used to everything being so heightened, so dramatic, so everything. But I could see like a little bungalow, and there's these
Mm.
people and they're going like dating, they go out to the market or something. I feel like I could see that.
No, no,
Reality TV is kind of
because the UK came up with not only Love Island but Dating Naked.
ew,
No,
doing too much.
they just like us. They like their shows with everybody super beautiful, super trim, super whatever.
We need a normal dating show. I want
Yes,
to watch
I
a dating
want
show with normal
a
people.
show just with some normal people. I want to see a show with some normal people.
Mm.
That's all I want. I just want to see a show with some normal people.
Because normal people also will do some wild stuff.
Hmm.
Because half of these people on these reality shows are actors anyway. Like,
I mean, if you want drama, normal people will do drama. Just So, have you seen Subway Takes on YouTube?
I'm not was. Oh,
This
I
is
have. I have the guy with the little card, and he's got his like microphone on the card.
yes, and
Like,
he's on the
what's your
subway.
hot take? And then he like passes.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, I love Subway
those are
Takes.
good.
I love Subway Takes. That's all. For anyone who hasn't seen Subway Takes, it's this guy on the New York subway, and he's just asking average people, "What is your hot take?" And people
Mm-hmm.
will say stuff like, um, "We should have parties for divorces instead of parties for weddings."
Yes. One of the ones that I saw was this Italian man, and he's like, I know we don't want to celebrate Christopher Columbus anymore because he was like a colonizer and
I
stuff.
saw that one.
The Italians need a holiday. He's like,
Yeah, he
we
was
need an
like,
Italian to celebrate.
most of us like Columbus Day not because we like Columbus, but because he was Italian and
Yeah,
it was we do all the Italian stuff on that day. So just give us another day. Give us
give us
Italian
another
American Day.
Italian.
Just give us
Yeah,
Italian American Day and we'll be happy to give up Columbus
yeah,
Day.
he was
We just
funny.
want an Italian Day. So yeah, I liked it because I think everybody I like Subway Takes because I feel like everybody has some weird thing that they
Hmm.
think that either other people think it, but they don't know there's other people out there who agree with them, or that nobody thinks it.
Hmm. What would your hot take? What would your Subway take be? I don't even know what
I
mine would be.
I don't know what mine would be either. I
I don't
mean,
know.
a while ago, I think my Subway take would have been I don't think women over 30 should have babies,
Ooh, I'm locked
but
out.
that's too serious.
That is
But
dead serious.
I did believe that for a long time, and I mean I skated right in on the line on that
Mm.
one. But I don't because I was 31 when I had your brother. So I felt like I was too old to have him, but he was an oopsie. So,
Ronald's hot take is seafood is not good. It smells like cat food. But Ronald
oh
shrimp.
no,
But Ronald
oh
shrimp.
no, shrimp,
Shrimp.
shrimp. Yes, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I don't know what my hot take is. Also, in this week's movies or last week's movies with
With Chloe.
Chloe, we watched, and this was my suggestion, so don't fall out. We watched K-pop Demon Hunters on
Absolutely wild.
Netflix.
Absolutely. You don't watch cartoons. This
I
feels
sure
like a lie.
don't.
Where's my
But
mother? What have you done with her?
I saw on the YouTube shorts, it was either Netflix or YouTube,
Oh
one
yeah.
of them,
YouTube has
that
been all over K-pop Demon Hunters.
had showed me a little clip from it. I was like, I could sit through this. I wouldn't watch it by myself, but if I'm looking for stuff, w- these days when I see clips from movies, I have an eye out for. Would this be something fun to watch with
Mm-hmm.
Chloe? And because I'm starting to get back into watching movies again.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for a long time, all I wanted to watch was reality shows because I didn't want to invest my emotions
Yeah,
in a movie. But
I feel that.
I'm getting back into watching movies. And I saw that. I said, I wouldn't watch that by myself, but I'd watch that with Chloe. And we did. And it was good. The music is a bop. You've got to listen to the soundtrack.
It'll be a hot minute before I watch it because our Netflix has we remember Wayne paid for Netflix again.
Mhm.
It's gone. Because I tried to watch Netflix the other day and it's like, ooh, redo your and I'm like, oh no.
But didn't he pay? He just paid for it 2 weeks ago. It should still be there.
That was like a month ago.
I could have sworn that was 2 weeks ago. Okay.
I'll double check. Maybe it was just me.
But yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. Get
I gotta go
soundtrack
watch it.
on Spotify. It's good. And
Speaking
last,
of Spotify soundtracks, South of Midnight. South of Midnight's hitting. It's so good. There's
you told me
there's
that last week.
they have three soundtracks. I've discovered a third soundtrack. They
Oh
have
my
three
goodness.
soundtracks for that game. They have the one that's like the game ambiance music soundtrack that like most games will, that's the soundtrack they'll put out. They have the game ambiance soundtrack. They've got one soundtrack that's all of the like featured songs that they created for all of the big like monsters and villains and
Mhm.
stuff. And then they have a soundtrack that's called South of Midnight Jams, which is all of the like cool Louisiana like jazz music stuff that plays throughout various parts of the game. It's very good.
Interesting.
Very
Interesting.
good. We're
In
starting off
15 in
about
15
50
minutes,
minutes.
Ronald, at 12:30. My last thing is yesterday we watched um in our movies we watched Millennial Millennium Actress.
Millennial actress or millennium actress?
I think it's Millennium Actress.
What is that?
It was anime.
I don't know that one.
Millennium Actress.
I
Yes,
have not
it's
seen this.
Millennium Actress. Came out in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
It's very arty.
Already
It's
okay.
it's very arty, and the animation is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was a little too arty for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I've said before that in my 20s I liked things where they left the meaning vague because it
Mm-hmm.
was artistic expression and stuff, and now that I'm almost 60 I want you to
Just say what you're trying to say.
get to the point. This was very arty,
Okay.
but it was Chloe's suggestion. It was her turn to pick, so I went with her suggestion, and I mean I appreciated the art. It was very
Mm-hmm.
pretty, but the meaning of it was just it was it's basically it's about this studio that is torn down, and
Mm-hmm.
they're going to build a new studio building named after an actress who had filmed at the old studio.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like kind of to honor this actress, and so this director wanted to do a documentary on her, and she hardly ever gives. It's kind of an old trope. It's an old actress who hardly ever gives interviews, and
Hmm.
she go up and she reminisces about all the different movies and stuff that she's been in.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's kind of trippy. Once you get
What
from there,
service is it
it's
on?
kind of trippy.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll. Okay.
It's
I
on.
think it's all Chloe's Crunchyroll.
So, yeah, she was complaining that nobody has made their own, um,
Accounts on Crunchyroll.
not accounts, but their own profile. She doesn't care if you're using her account, but like you can make your own profile. Everybody just watches stuff on her profile and messes with her algorithm.
I can't remember if I still have her login on Crunchyroll because I've not watched anything on Crunchyroll in a long time. So I would need to double
And
check
they
that
had
login.
so we bring up this. This is a real quick one, and then we'll go into our shower thoughts before we go.
Yes.
But this is a real quick one. We we bring it up, and the first thing, you know how on these streaming services they get the first splash is something that they're trying to get you to
Yeah,
watch,
new show. Yeah.
and they had one called Rent a Girlfriend, and I saw that it said Rent a Girlfriend. I said, "Oh, that looks interesting." And your sister says with a straight face, "Oh, mommy, I don't think you'll like that. That is one of those harem animes." And I'm thinking to myself, "Do you not know what I read?
Right? We talk about this all the time.
Do you not know what I read?
But also,
This is
you don't like
really
anime.
right up my alley, except
Damn.
that it's anime, but it's right up my alley. You don't know what I
I'm
read.
going
You
to
not
work.
know what I read.
You're my favorite.
Get out of here.
Be safe. You know, you make
Stop!
it.
Oh,
Stop all the
Also,
kissing.
since they said our oil was leaking bad, check the oil before you go, pretty please.
okay. Well, they said it was leaking bad, but also they repaired it. So
Yeah, but also that means we could, it was sitting there for a week.
okay.
So we got our last 15 minutes.
Shower
I'm gonna
thoughts.
go into our shower thoughts.
What are your shower thoughts? You have several. I have one.
Okay, let me see what we got going here. Okay, Amazon returns. Okay, I watched this video the other day where this guy was going on about how Amazon has changed their return policy. I didn't quite fully understand what he was saying about the new return policy, but it was one of those videos where you seen YouTube videos where people basically compile a bunch of other people's TikToks
Yes.
and what they're saying, and then they may jump in the middle and make some commentary on what they thought,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a reaction video, but really it's a compilation of other people's TikToks. Well, it
Yes.
was one of those where he compiled a bunch of different people's videos talking about Amazon returns, and a lot of people, they're saying that Amazon has changed their return policy because people have been abusing it. Because people, you used to be able to just like return anything, or sometimes you could even call them and say the thing didn't work, and then
Mm-hmm.
they will just give you back your money and you don't even have to send the thing back. And he was showing all these videos of people talking about how they return stuff and blah blah blah, how they return
Mm-hmm.
everything, and why aren't you using your Amazon returns and stuff like that.
And
And
this
I'm
is
like,
why they're changing it.
and I'm like, I can't be bothered.
Right.
I cannot be bought. If I bought something from Amazon, like all the time, your father, or your father more so than me, because you know how much I hate to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
But your father will buy, say, a bathing suit cover up because he's in love with buying bathing suit cover ups, even though we only swim once a year.
Mm-hmm.
He buys a bathing suit cover up because he thinks it'll be nice on me. It doesn't fit me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do I do with it? Do I return it?
Is this a
No.
deposit or you
I
give it to us?
no, I give it to one of you because either you or your sister are just like two or three sizes down from me, and
Mm-hmm.
so it'll fit you.
Yeah.
Or sometimes if it's really small, I'll give it to your sister Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I mean, I can count on one hand the returns that I have done in the last 10 years.
I have made exactly one Amazon return. I do not return. I'm not dealing
I,
with
I
that.
feel and really I can only remember one, but I feel like I must have returned at least one other
Mm-hmm.
just to be safe. But I can only remember one, and it
I'm
was
not doing it to
very
FedEx.
recent for these headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I don't bother with returns. Now, your father has done returns, but even he doesn't do returns frequently. Like if it's something like electronics,
Mm-hmm.
he'll do and he doesn't get the right thing, he'll do a return because that's a couple $100. And really he's doing like an exchange or something.
I
But
think the big issue is these influencers, people that do like when people do the Amazon wig reviews, Amazon tech
mhm,
reviews, Amazon this,
mhm,
Amazon that. You know those people are not keeping all of that junk in their house.
mhm,
They're like a lot of people, and people will do these for not just Amazon, for a lot of different websites. Because I have seen influencers that I have watched multiple times that are like, "Oh, I'm trying all of these clothes that you want me to try," but they don't keep the clothes in their house. They will either sell them to like viewers if they have
mhm.
a big enough following. They'll put them on something like Mercari or whatever, or they'll like get all of the stuff, try it on for the video so you can see what it looks like in person, and then return it.
That's why I like I don't watch a lot of influencers, but like I watch I forget what her name. She has three channels. One of them is called Hope Scopes,
Mm,
but she has a couple other channels, and she buys a bunch of different stuff. But she always says clearly in her video, "I'm doing a giveaway at the end of the week, or I'm doing a giveaway at the end of the month, and one of the lucky viewers is going to get
this
all these dresses that's in this video, or they're going to get all the bags in this video, or whatever." She does not keep all this stuff,
mm. But she's
and
also
she
not abusing the return policy.
gives it away to other people. But I just don't understand people who can be bothered to return all this stuff.
For some people,
I find somebody, if it's something big and expensive like a computer that was the wrong computer, then I'm going to return it because I need my money back to get a new
mhm.
computer. But if it's something like a dress that I spent $50 for, I'll find somebody else who can wear the dress.
I think for some people, it's just part of the process of you buy Amazon stuff, you prepare to return it. That's why it takes me so long to order more expensive things on Amazon because I don't want to have to return it. I don't want
Exactly.
to have
I
to pick
want
it
to
back
try
up.
to make
I don't want to go to
sure
FedEx.
I want to try to make sure that it's the right thing before I send it back.
Hmm.
Next thing, black shower talk.
I feel like I've been getting a little bit of this.
Um, this is where they're going to take away my black card. And I've been thinking about it, and I think it's probably because my mother is biracial, and
Hmm.
she was raised with her white half of her family. She
Hmm.
her black father was not in her life, so she was raised with all white relatives. So the way I bathe was how I was taught by my mother,
Mm.
who was basically taught by white people. So maybe that's why I don't know all these black shower things that these people are doing.
Mm.
Because uh, for those who don't
What
know,
things are you seeing in particular?
I am seeing people. Well, the African net sponge is a big one, and
Hmm.
I'm thinking about buying one just because I want to exfoliate a little bit
I
better.
want to get one of those
Uh,
Korean little hand
or
things.
the sponges, the hand
Yeah.
sponges. I've seen those too for the exfoliating. Um, I see people using like two or three different body washes. Like you have a no scented one that's just for your lady bits so that you don't get set up any kind of
Hmm.
burning or infection. And then you have another one that's just for like cleaning all your dirt off. And then you've got a third one that you
Hmm.
use on top of that one that smells good. And then you have body oils that you're supposed to use,
Hmm.
and then body lotion that you use on top of that. I've also seen the dry brushing that you're supposed
I've
to
seen
use
that. Yeah,
before you start the shower, that is supposed to help
with
the
circulation and stuff.
exfoliation
Yeah.
and help your circulation. I don't do all this stuff when I take a shower. I wash my body, and I'm doing good if I remember to put lotion on, because again, I don't use body oil.
I don't like the feeling of oil.
I just don't. I don't. I was not raised by somebody who put that heavy emphasis on, oh, you need to be all slicked up all the time.
Hmm.
I try to remember to put lotion on simply because I do have dry skin,
Hmm.
but it never became part of my routine. It's
Yeah.
something that I'll forget about for a few days, and then realize that my legs look like lizard skin, and then it's like, oh, let me go ahead and put some lotion on.
So
I don't
I've been
remember to do it because
seeing
it's not part of my routine. So I guess I'm not black.
the black shower talk stuff, but I've also been seeing the reverse side of that, of other people who are also black people saying that like some of them have been like seen research from medical professionals. There was at least one that like is a like a dermatologist and stuff, but some people that are like, you don't have to do all that. Like, and
Mm,
so because it's the same thing of like clean talk, how they went way to the extremes of like, okay, there's cleaning and then there's making mustard gas in your toilet because you're mixing all of these chemicals together.
yeah,
I've seen it's
I
a
haven't
similar
seen those.
it's a similar thing of that, of like, do these are of people saying, yes, these influencers are doing all these things, yes, these influencers are saying all these things. Sorry, there's a gnat that's killing me. But here are the things that you need to do that are the bare minimum that you
Hmm.
need to do to be clean. You don't have to do all of this and this and this and this and
Uh
this.
huh.
I've seen like the influencers and also the de-influencing from other
Yeah.
parts of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, though, the way I think about shower talk is almost the way I think about these makeup influencers,
Mm,
because I grew up in an age with makeup, you had maybe 5 products you put on your face. So if and when the rare occasions that I put on makeup, there's going to be about 5 products on my face.
mm,
You
same.
know, I don't have all the toners and the concealers and the bronzer
I can't do foundation.
and the foundation and the all of that stuff. I don't have, and the 3 different things you do just for your lips, and the four
I'll
or
do that.
five
I'll do
things
some
you do,
fun lip
and 4 or 5 things you do just for your eyes. I don't have all that,
stuff. Hmm.
and I feel like you can look decent. You may not look like the trend where your face looks like a mask,
Hmm.
completely smooth, but you can look pretty and not
Yeah.
have all of that stuff on your face. Okay. Um, last one is, I can't get over how quickly YouTube how quickly Google can update my YouTube. I watch YouTube on my television,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and I always do the second screen thing where I'll be playing games or searching stuff while I'm watching YouTube. Okay,
Yeah.
so I've got YouTube up. Yeah, I was playing a video, and I was looking at something on looking at my email, and I got an email from Hirschner's. I opened the Hirschner's email. My video ends, and the next ad is for Hirschner's.
They say we're listening and watching at all times.
I just opened the idiot. I mean, I use Gmail, so
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, Gmail,
Google,
all
yeah.
Google. But I opened the Hirschner's email, and the next ad is Hirschner's.
Nah. They had that Herschel's commercial lock and loaded.
Just like crazy.
Wild.
Crazy. Seconds.
I am just tired of like I need the this isn't even the shower thought that I put in, but this is an extra shower, a bonus shower thought. And then I'll talk about the one that I put in, which is very short. But the YouTube algorithm needs to chill out. The YouTube algorithm for me feels like when you have an auntie and you tell that auntie one time that you like frogs, and now every gift, everything that you ever get
Uh-huh.
is frogs, all of a sudden ever.
Uh-huh.
The YouTube algorithm needs to chill out. Like
Mhm.
I got one, I hate like I don't watch fitness videos very often, but every
Mhm.
once in a while I'll get a video that like I'm like, I'm curious of how this worked out. Like there was one video that was like I followed Chloe Ting's like 2 week shred and here are
Uh-huh.
realistic results. And so I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, let's see what this person. And she seemed like an interesting person. So I watched this video all the way through. Next thing I know, I'm scrolling through fitness, lose weight, fitness, and I'm like, no, I watched
Stop it.
one video.
Stop it. Yeah.
And how do you know that video wasn't an accident? Like, get it together. Gee,
Yeah.
that pisses me off. And I need it to just chill. Like if I watch that
Well,
fitness
see,
video,
I don't get it quite as bad because I am not above taking a minute when I am sitting there doing nothing or eating my food and going on there and doing the little hamburger menu and go,
oh,
I don't
not
show not
interested, not
interested.
interested, not
Don't
interested.
show me this kind of video anymore. Not interested.
I'll do that sometimes. Like every once in a while, I'll get like
Mhm.
sponsored videos that show up that like
Mhm.
will show up multiple times, and I'm like, I
Mhm.
didn't watch it the first 6 times. I'm not interested. Please stop showing me this. But
Mhm.
I just need like, if it was just like I watched the video and then like I see maybe 5 fitness videos that come through, but it is truly like I will watch one fitness video, and it happens for like everything. I'll watch one fitness video, or I'll watch one like drama rant video or something, and then truly my whole discover page, it's like, oh, so you don't want to watch any of the stuff you're subscribed to, actually you want to watch this. And I'm like,
Yeah,
girl,
mine doesn't get quite that bad. I still get a good mix.
we'll do a throw pillow video of that. I'll like pull up my YouTube like thing, and then we'll click one video and watch, and then see how it changes my algorithm, because it is wild how it does it. Anyway, my actual shower thought that I had in was cucumber salads. I have not eaten one, but I got one this net. I got one like YouTube short showing me of like, here's how you make a very delicious cucumber salad. I'm like, that does look pretty good. Because there's some people will
Do
make
you like cucumbers?
I do like cucumbers.
Okay.
Yes, I do like cucumbers. But there's some people who make the cucumber salads and they put something in it that makes it like, you remember how on the cruise, me and Miss Stephanie, we don't do white sauces.
Uh-huh.
We don't do creamy white sauces. So some of these cucumber salads have like creamy white sauces on them.
They're putting mayonnaise in there.
Ew, gross, disgusting. I'm not a mayonnaise person.
Yeah, I'm
But
not a mayonnaise
some of
person
these
either.
cucumber salads, specifically the like Asian cucumber salads, it'll
Uh-huh.
be like cucumbers, and then you soak them in this, you put them in the salt so they like drain or whatever, and then it's like soy sauce, rice vinegar, chili
Uh-huh.
garlic oil, and sesame seeds, and then you just like let it soak for a little while, and I'm like, that looks
Yeah.
good. And I've seen multiple videos, and I'm like, Wayne, I need you to buy me some cucumber stuff. I need a cucumber salad. So I've been craving this salad that I've never tried before. I've been craving a cucumber salad.
I've had things like that happen before to me. It's been a while because my appetite is in the
Mm-hmm.
basement. But I used to get like I've never eaten this before. Last time I remember was like What would it taste like if I put hard boiled eggs in my tuna salad? It sounded like it would be good, and it was good.
I'm glad for
But
you.
I had never had it before, but it sounded like it would be good. Or like when I said, what would happen if I did peanut butter and cranberry sauce on my sandwich? It sounds like it would be good, and it was good.
I'm happy for you.
I
You
know those are both gross to you,
yes,
but that's
absolutely.
what I'm saying. Sometimes I get an idea in my head of these foods sound like they
Mhm.
taste good together.
Speaking of which, I need you to tell me what brand of chili garlic oil the one that you really really like.
S&B.
S&B.
I
Like,
will I will send you a picture of it.
okay, thank you, because I was like S
I'm
and B.
Yes, it's
Okay,
S&B, and it says S&B Umami. I will send you
please
a
do,
link on Amazon to it.
please do, because I am giving Wayne. I'm putting all this stuff on the shopping list for Wayne. But I think we're done. Let me change the music.
Music,
The music.
music. I hate
No,
music.
no.
Oh no! What is
Nah,
this nonsense?
we're going back to the soft hip hop. I have to turn it up because this is very soft hip hop. This has been the conversation chair. If you liked it, give us a like. If you want to keep up with what we're doing, give us a subscribe and go to our profile, bio, whatever, and
Maya,
in the bio, and you can get a link to our Discord and chat to us on Discord, where we talk about other various things, send memes, and all kinds of stuff. If you want to know when we go live again, which is kind of
yes, I'm not invited to play Beat Saber, Ari.
you don't have a VR headset.
I know.
I could lend you mine because I'm not playing today. I'm tired. I put that in the Discord already. I'm tired. I am absolutely
You're
exhausted.
you're
I am.
abandoning Ari and Ronald.
I am. I put it in the Discord earlier.
They only know each other through you. They won't play together now.
They could. They truly could. That's my MO is I start groups, get the groups together, and then leave.
Okay, finish the outro.
If you want to know when we go live, hit the notification bell and you will get the notification so you can show up early enough to do the
Ronald says
crossword.
Beat Saber is
Ronald.
canceled.
Yep, because I put it in the thing. So sorry, I got woken up. I got woken up a minimum of 5 times last night. We're gonna circle back for just a second. I got woke up a minimum of 5 times last night. I woke up once because my boot was hurting my foot and I had to take it off. I woke up 2 other times to go pee, and I got woken up 2 other times by my dog. And I feel like there was 1 extra time in there where I just woke up because I just got woken up. I don't even know what it was. I am exhausted, and I have to go to market, and I had to get up early yesterday to go get my car because I had to take my car to the mechanic at 8 in the morning. And then I had to do a Zoom call because my boss couldn't do the Zoom call. So I had to do a Zoom call. I'm tired.
Poor baby.
If you have a Subway hot take, tell us what your Subway hot take is in the comments. Or what anime you're watching. Or if you want to know the rest of that terrible horror movie that I was talking about. It was bad. It was so bad. I don't know how to explain how bad it was. I think we're out of here.
We're out of here.